Hello and welcome. We are discussing PYQs of equations and arithmetical reasoning. Our theme is simultaneous linear equations. We have solved a few problems already. Let's check out this next one. It says 4 persons Alok, Bhupesh, Chandar and Dinesh. Let me represent Alok with A, Bhupesh with B, Chandar with C and Dinesh with D. Have a total of rupees 100 among themselves. So money goes to A plus money goes to B plus money goes to Chandar plus money goes to Dinesh. The sum of this money must be what? 100. It is given. Alok and Bhupesh between them have as much money as Chandar and Dinesh between them. So Alok and Bhupesh, meaningly money with A and B is equals to money with C, that is Chandar and D. It is also given. This is our equation number 1. This is our equation number 2. But Alok has more money than Bhupesh. Alok has more money than Bhupesh. This is our equation number 3. And Chandar has only half the money that Dinesh has. Half the money that Dinesh has. So Chandar have only half the money that Dinesh has. Chandar, okay, this is done. Alok has in fact rupees 5 more than Dinesh. Alok has in fact rupees 5 more than Dinesh. Who has the maximum amount of? This is what we are looking for. Now, see guys, there are plenty of things that we can do here. So first thing is we can represent money of one person in the form of other person. See, I know value of money of C in the form of D. I know value of money of A in the form of D. Okay, I know this thing. So let's try to represent value of money in terms of A also. Value of money in terms of A, or in terms of value of money of B in terms of D also. So this is our equation number 4 and this is our equation number 5. Put equation 4 and equation 5 in equation 2. So value A from in equation A can be replaced with D plus 5. B can be replaced B as it is equals to, C can be replaced with D by 2 and that final D as it is. Now if I solve this further, so you can see this D and this D can be cancelled out and value of B is what? D by 2 minus 5. Now I can see, so we are getting a lot of money or all the values of money in terms of D only. So we are having D plus 5 with us, money of A. We are having D by 2 with us. So obviously D by 5 is greater than D by 2 because this is complete D plus something and this is half of D. So D plus 5 should be greater than D by 2. Further, this D by 2 minus 5. This D by 2 minus 5 should be less than D by 2 because this is half and this is half minus something. Half should be greater than half minus something. And finally, we are having D. Finally, what? We are having D with us. And see, obviously, D should be, I can fit in D over here. So D plus 5 should be greater than D, should be greater than D by 2, should be greater than D by 2 minus 5. See, D plus something should be greater than D. Okay, and complete D should be greater than half of D, and half of D should be greater than half minus 5. So D plus 5 is what? It is the money associated with whom? It is the money which is associated with A. So A is having the maximum share here. Answer is option A. Option A, that is Alok. Mr. Alok is having the maximum share here. Please make a note of it. Done, guys? Okay, let's move on to the next problem now. Uh, hmm. Next problem is, in a class there are 18 very tall boys if these constitutes 3/4 of the boys. Let's total number of boys in the class are B. Total number of boys in the class are B. So if you do 3/4 of B, 3/4 of B, it gonna gives you what? It gonna gives you the total count of tall boys. So total count of tall boys is what? 18. So B into 3 by 4 is what? 18. And if you solve this further, now 3 6 are 18. So B comes out to be equal to 24 here. This is our equation number 1. Now next line is, and the total number of boys. Total number of boys is 2/3 of the total number of student in the class. Let's say total number of student in the class is T. Okay. Total number of student in the class is T, and it is written that total number of boys is 2/3 of total number of student, which means if we do 2/3 of T, it gonna give me what? It gonna give me the count of total number of boys. Total number of boys were B. So 2 by 3 should be equal to what? It should be equal to 24. Now 2 and this gone with 12. So from here T comes out to be equal to 36. What is the number of girls in the class? Okay. Total student in the class are 36. And total boys in the class are 24. So from the total student, if we subtract the number of boys, we will get what? We will get number of girls. So how many girls are there in the class? We are having 12 girls in the class. Answer is option B. We are having what? 12 girls in the class. Answer is option B. Please make a note of it. Okay. Let's move on to the next question. It says, there are some balls of red, green, yellow and color lying on a table. Let's say number of red balls are R, number of green balls are G, and number of yellow balls are Y. There are as many red balls as there are yellow balls. So number of red balls and number of yellow balls are equal to each other. It is given in the statement. That is, let's say this is our equation number 1. There are twice as many yellow balls. There are twice as many yellow balls as there are green ones. So yellow balls are what? Twice the number of green balls. This is our equation number 2. It is given, there are twice as many yellow balls as there are green balls. So yellow balls are twice the number of green balls. Please make a note of it. Yellow balls are what? Twice the number of green balls. Okay. Now, by combining equation 1 and equation 2, I can see number of red balls and number of yellow balls are same. So if number of yellow balls are twice of green balls, so obviously number of red balls should be twice of green balls. Okay. Now, what are the statement given? First statement says the number of red balls is equals to the sum of yellow and green ball. No. Is double the number of green ball. Yes, number of red balls is what? It is double the number of green ball. Hence, the statement, this option B is correct. Please make a note of it. Option B is correct here. Please make a note of it. Let's move on to the next question. Okay. It says 6 boys A, B, C, D, E, F play a game of cards. Each has a pack of 10 cards. So A is having 10 cards, B is having 10 cards, C is having 10 cards, D and E and F. They all are having, every one of them is having what? 10 cards with them. F borrows 2 cards from A. So what F has done? F already having 10 cards with him. So what he has done? He borrowed 2 cards. He borrowed 2 cards from A and gives 5 cards to C. So from the total count of cards of F, we will add 2 and subtract 5 because he have borrowed 2 cards from A and has given 5 cards to C. So in the end, number of cards with F should be 13. 10 plus 3, I'm really sorry, it should not be 13. 10 plus 2 is 12. 12 minus 5 is 7. Number of cards with F in the end should be what? It should be 7. Okay. Now, he had this F borrows 2 cards from A. So from the share of A, we need to subtract 2 because A has given 2 cards to F, and at the same time this F has given 5 cards to C. So in the share of C, we're gonna add what? 5. So everyone is having 10 cards in the beginning. So that is why I have subtracted from 10 in case of A and I have added 5 to 10 in case of C. Now the next line says to C, who in turns gives 3 cards to B. So C has also given 3 cards to B. So subtract 3 from the share of C. And C has given what? 3 cards to whom? 3 cards to B. So in this share of B, add 3. Okay. So in the end, money with cards with C should be 10 plus 5 minus 3, that is 12. Okay. 10 plus 5 minus 3, that is what? 12. I hope guys this is clear. Next line is while B gives 6 cards to D. So apart from taking cards from C, B has given 6 cards to whom? 6 cards to D. So number of cards with D must be 10 plus 6. And from the share of B, you will subtract 6. Now every person is taking some cards from another person and giving some card to other person. Okay. So number of cards with B in the end should be what? 7. 10 plus 3 is 13 minus 6 is 7. Now let's talk about D. Now D, who passes 1 card to E. So from the share of D, subtract 1 and give that 1 to E. Okay. So this the whole game of D is also closed. So 10 plus 6 minus 1 is what? It is 15. Let's talk about A and E now. The number of cards possessed by D and E is equals to number of cards possessed by. Okay, let's check it out. Like if we have missed anything, because A is not completed yet and E is not completed yet. So let's read it one more time. Each has a pack of 10 cards. F borrows 2 cards from A, 2 cards from A and gives 5 cards to C. Okay, all right. Who in turns gives 3 cards to B. Done. While B gives 6 cards to D. B gives 6 cards to D and 1 to E. Okay, this is final. So 10 minus 2, number of cards with A finally is 8 and number of cards with E finally is 11. Please make a note of it. Okay, number of cards with A finally is what? 8. Now the number of card possessed by D and E. Number of card possessed by D and E. D and E, which means 15 plus 11, that is 26. Is equals to number of card possessed by which of the following options? So let's check out option A. Number of cards of A plus B plus C. Number of cards of A is 8, B is 7, 8 and 7, 8 and 7, 15 and C is 12. 8, 7 and 15 is 27. 27 is not equal to 26, option A gone. Let's talk about option B. Number of card with B is 7. Number of card with C is 12. So 12 plus 7 is 19 and number of card with F is 7. So 12 plus 7 plus 7. BCF. 12 plus 7 plus 7 is what? 26. So number of cards with D and E were 26 and number of cards with B, C and F is 26. Hence answer is option B. Please make a note of it, guys. Here, make a note of it. So This is all from my side for this video. Thank you so much.